You know how they do those maps of the election results, where each county is colored in red or in blue, depending on which candidate that county voted for? Well, in 2020 in Oklahoma, here was what that map looked like for Oklahoma. Oklahoma has 77 counties. The map is really simple to make because all 77 of Oklahoma's counties, all 77 of them voted for Donald Trump. Trump won Oklahoma by more than 33 points. Only Wyoming and West Virginia gave Trump bigger margins in the 2020 election. Oklahoma does have Democrats. They do. Great ones and smart ones and ambitious ones. In the legislature in particular, Oklahoma Democrats are really feisty. But come time for a statewide election, a presidential election in Oklahoma in, say, 2020, it was not competitive. It was not even particularly contested. I mean, Joe Biden didn't even get 33% of the vote in Oklahoma. But now, today, NPR reporter Chris Polanski in Oklahoma was first to report on a new effort by pro-Trump Republicans in the Oklahoma state legislature. They are now making a public contention, making a public case that the presidential election results in Oklahoma in 2020 should not be trusted. There must be a forensic audit of the Oklahoma presidential election results because they think it was rigged for Joe Biden? Oh, yes. Can't you see? Sure. Of the 77 counties in Oklahoma, Donald Trump won all 77 of them. But if the Oklahoma election hadn't been so obviously rigged for those Democratic cheaters, Trump would have won 200 of the 77 counties in Oklahoma or something. Do the math, you communists. But they say the election results should not be trusted. The pro-Trump Republicans. Here's the press release. Headline, election audit request. State Representative Sean Roberts, Republican of Hominy. Hominy, Oklahoma, incidentally, is famous for a big prison riot once. Republican of Hominy today announced he is requesting that the state election board secretary call for a forensic and independent audit of the 2020 general election results. Quote, Oklahomans have the right to know their election results can be trusted, Roberts said. Because Donald Trump winning a state by more than 30 points and winning every single county in the state, even that can't be trusted. Biden still must have cheated. So there must be a forensic audit of Oklahoma's election result. They use the term forensic in this context because they want to create the impression that a crime has been committed in the election. So they're like crime scene investigators doing a forensic analysis. There were, in fact, some Democratic votes cast in Oklahoma in 2020. Maybe some of them are crimes. We should look at that. Let's investigate and then report our fabulous, fantastic forensic findings. You fools. Fie. The point of what they are doing with stunts like this, the latest one now in Oklahoma, the point of it is not to find anything wrong with any particular election, or even to cast doubt specifically on places that Biden won. They just want to make it seem like there's no trustworthy results of any election anywhere. Like elections are all crime scenes, full of fraud. And if you just let Republicans have access to the ballots and the machinery, they can prove it. The overall aim is to effectively illegitimize election results anywhere they can, even in places Trump won. It doesn't matter. As a way to cast doubt on all elections. They're trying to basically rewire Americans' brains and American expectations so we no longer think of elections as things that have an objective, knowable result that we can all agree on whether or not we like that outcome.